Welcome, everyone. And if you're tuning in on YouTube, a big hello from the Book Blinker channel. Have you ever stopped to think, how those really small, almost invisible things you do every day, how they could actually be the key to, well, huge changes in your life?
It sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? But yeah, the tiniest consistent actions can build up incredible power over time.
Totally. And that's exactly what we're getting into today. We're looking at James Clear's book, Atomic Habits.
Ah, such an influential book. It's really a fantastic guide for, building the good habits. But also, and this is key, for breaking the bad ones that kind of hold us back.
Right. So our plan today is to really pull out the core ideas, the practical stuff you can use without getting bogged down in, every single detail.
Exactly. Give you the essentials.
Yeah.
And, to really get this book, you kind of have to understand James Clear's own story first.
Oh, yeah, that's crucial. He absolutely lived these ideas before he wrote them down. Back in 1998, I think it was, last day of high school, he got hit square in the face with a baseball bat.
Yeah, a horrific accident. Multiple skull fractures, broken nose, shattered eye sockets. Just devastating injuries. Lost consciousness. Life-changing stuff.
And his recovery, it wasn't some miracle cure, was it?
Not at all. It was all about those small, consistent habits. He literally rebuilt his life, his health, his career later on.
Yeah.
One tiny, deliberate step at a time. He really walked the walk.
So how does that whole experience shape the book itself?
Well, it means the book isn't just theory. It feels more like an operating manual for living. Clear pulls together ideas from biology, neuroscience, psychology, philosophy, blends them all together.
And the core of it is that four-step loop, right?
Yeah.
Cue, craving.
Cue, craving, response, reward. That's the habit loop. And from that loop, he builds his 4 laws of behavior change. Practical levers we can actually use.
Okay, levers, I like that. But first, that word atomic. What's the deal with calling them atomic habits?
Good question. It's got this really neat double meaning, atomic, like an extremely small thing, the basic unit.
Like an atom. Okay.
Right, but also atomic, as in
Yeah.
the source of immense energy. Think atomic power.
Ah, okay. So tiny and powerful.
Exactly. And a habit is just, a routine you do regularly, often automatically. So atomic habits are these tiny routines that unlock massive energy and lead to, well, remarkable results down the line.
Okay, that makes sense. But maybe an example would help.
Oh, definitely. The British cycling team's story is perfect here.
Right. Before the early 2000s, they were pretty mediocre, weren't they?
Mediocre is putting it mildly. Almost 100 years of, well, not much.
Yeah.
1 Olympic gold since 1908, 0 Tour de France wins in 110 years. It got so bad, one top bike maker actually refused to sell them bikes. Didn't want to be associated with them.
Wow. Okay, so what changed?
Dave Brailsford came in as performance director. And his big idea wasn't some radical reinvention. It was 1% improvements across everything.
Everything. Like what?
Oh, redesign bike seats for more comfort, testing tire grip compounds, finding the best massage gels, even teaching the mechanics proper hand washing to cut down on rider illnesses. Tiny, tiny details.
Each one seems so small, almost pointless on its own.
Exactly. But the compounding effect, that was incredible.
So what happened? They actually started winning.
Did they ever? Within, 7 years, a British rider won the Tour de France. Then they dominated at the Olympics. Multiple golds. It's just this amazing real-world proof of how tiny, seemingly insignificant improvements stack up over time into huge results.
And that applies to us too, right? Not just elite athletes.
Absolutely. Think about saving just a little bit of money each week, or maybe exercising for just 10 minutes a day, or learning one new word in a language.
Feels like nothing day to day.
Right. But fast forward a year, 5 years. It's massive. And the flip side is true too, isn't it? Those tiny 1% errors, a bad choice, a small excuse, putting something off.
Yeah, they compound too into what Clear calls toxic results. Debt, poor health, cluttered minds.
Exactly. It works both ways.
Clear has that great analogy, the airplane, right?
Oh, yeah, the LA to New York flight.
So if the plane takes off from LA and the pilot changes the heading just 3.5 degrees south,
Which is tiny. Like the nose of the plane only moves about 7 or 8 feet at takeoff. You wouldn't even notice.
right. But where does it end up?
Washington, D.C. Hundreds of miles off course from New York.
Wow, just from that tiny initial shift.
It perfectly shows how small changes in your daily habits can steer your entire life towards a completely different destination over time.
So the big lesson here isn't about aiming for some huge overnight transformation.
No, not at all. Success is really the product of your daily habits, what you do consistently.
It's more about the direction you're heading, your trajectory, than where you are right now.
Spot on. You could be a millionaire, but if you're spending more than you earn each month, your trajectory is, not great.
Heading for trouble.
Whereas someone broke, but consistently saving even a tiny amount, their trajectory is positive towards financial stability.
So things like your net worth, your weight, your knowledge,
Yeah.
they're all just lagging measures.
Exactly. Lagging measures of your habits, they reflect what you've been repeatedly doing.
And it's a double-edged sword, as you said. Good habits compound.
Productivity, knowledge, relationships, they all grow with consistent positive input.
But bad habits, stress, negative thinking, doom scrolling,
They compound just as powerfully, but downwards, leading to burnout, anxiety, poor health. Habits are powerful tools, for good or bad.
which brings us to that idea of the plateau.
The plateau of latent potential. Yeah, this is a really important concept.
Explain that one. Like the ice cube.
Right. Imagine an ice cube in a cold room. The temperature goes from, say, 25 degrees up to 26, 27, 31 degrees. Nothing seems to be happening. The ice cube is just sitting there, solid.
Feels like you're making no progress.
Exactly. But then it hits 32 degrees.
And bam, it starts melting. A huge change from just one more degree.
That's the plateau of latent potential. Breakthrough moments, overnight success, they're usually the result of all the previous work that didn't look like it was doing anything.
Like bamboo growing roots underground for years.
For 5 years. Then it shoots up 90 feet in 6 weeks. Or, less positively, like cancer being undetectable for ages before becoming aggressive.
So when we're struggling with a new habit, maybe trying to exercise or learn something,
It often feels like we're in that 25 to 31 degree phase. We're putting in effort, but the results aren't visible yet.
the work isn't wasted, it's just being stored.
Exactly. It's accumulating potential. But that period, that valley of disappointment, is where most people give up.
Because they don't realize they're just about to hit that melting point, that 32 degrees.
Precisely. Mastery takes patience. You gotta keep chipping away.
Like that stonecutter quote the San Antonio Spurs use.
Yeah, the Jacob Riis quote. Hammering the rock 100 times, nothing happens. The 101st blow splits it. But it wasn't just the last blow, right? It was all the blows that came before.
Love that. Okay, so that understanding leads to a pretty big shift in thinking.
A really radical one, yeah. Forget about goals, focus on systems instead.
That sounds wrong, doesn't it? Our goal's everything.
That's what we usually think. But Clear realized his own progress wasn't really about the specific goals he set. It was almost entirely about the systems he followed consistently.
Okay, define the difference. Goals versus systems.
Goals are the results you want, like, I want to lose 20 pounds, or I want to write a novel. Do. Systems are the processes that lead to those results, like, I will exercise 3 times a week, or I will write 500 words every day.
So the system is the how.
It's the how consistently applied. The goal might give you direction, but the system actually gets you there.
And Clear says focusing only on goals has problems.
Yeah, he points out 3 main issues. First, goals are often just a momentary change.
Like cleaning your messy room.
Exactly. You achieve the goal, a clean room. Yay.
Yeah.
But if your system is still be messy and leave things lying around.
It's just going to get messy again. You treated the symptom, not the cause.
Right. Second problem, goals can restrict happiness.
How so?
We fall into that once I achieve X, then I'll be happy trap. Happiness is always deferred, just over the horizon.
Creates that either situation.
Yeah.
Succeed and be happy, fail and be miserable.
Yeah, it's a narrow view. But with a systems-first approach, you can feel satisfied anytime your system is running. You're enjoying the process, not just waiting for the finish line.
Okay, makes sense. And the third problem,
Goals can be at odds with long-term progress, the yo-yo effect.
like training for a marathon, then stopping completely after the race.
Precisely. The goal, the marathon, is gone, so the motivation disappears. The system of training wasn't the focus. The purpose of a goal is to win the game. The purpose of a system is to keep playing the game, to keep improving indefinitely.
Wow, so if you're struggling to change, it's probably not you, it's your system.
That's his big point. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Powerful, isn't it?
It really is. So the atomic habits are those tiny 1% improvements,
That are also the fundamental building blocks of the system.
like atoms making up molecules. These tiny habits build the larger system of compound growth.
Exactly. Small, easy to start, but they hold immense power when combined in a system.
Okay, let's dig deeper then. How do these habits actually shape who we are,
Yeah.
our identity.
Ah, yes, the 3 layers of change, like an onion.
Evanya, okay.
The outer layer is outcomes. That's what you get losing weight, publishing the book.
Layer 2.
Processes. That's what you do, the new gym routine, the writing schedule.
Core, the center of the onion.
That's identity, what you believe about yourself, your self-image, your worldview.
And most people focus on the outer layers, right? Outcomes or processes.
Yeah, they start with, I want to lose weight, outcome, or I need to go to the gym, process. But Clear argues the most powerful approach is to start from the inside out. Focus on identity. Who do you wish to become?
Identity-based habits, like the smoker example.
Perfect example. Person 1 says, no thanks, I'm trying to quit. They still see themselves as a smoker who's fighting it.
Versus person 2.
Person 2 says, no thanks, I'm not a smoker. Complete identity shift. Smoking isn't part of who they are anymore. The behavior matches the belief.
That's a huge difference in mindset.
It's everything. Think about Brian Clark, the guy who bit his nails.
Oh yeah, tell that story.
He'd done it for years, decided to stop. Then he did something interesting, got his first proper manicure. And he liked how his nails looked, loved it, felt pride in them for the first time. That feeling created a new identity. I'm someone who takes care of my nails. And poof, the nail biting stopped. For good.
Because the behavior, biting, clashed with his new identity.
Exactly. Your behaviors are usually a reflection of your identity. The goal isn't to read a book. The goal is to become a reader. Every action you take is like casting a vote for the type of person you want to be.
More votes, stronger identity.
Precisely. You build evidence for that new belief about yourself.
But identity can trap you too, right? The double-edged sword thing.
Oh, absolutely. If you cling to limiting identities like, I'm bad at math, or I'm not a morning person.
You'll unconsciously resist behaviors that contradict that self-image. It's a major barrier to change.
So how do you actually change that identity? Clear has a simple 2-step process.
Okay, step 1.
Decide who you want to be. Work backward from the outcome. Want to be fit. Ask, who is the type of person who is fit? Maybe someone who is active, consistent, values their health.
Step 2.
Prove it to yourself with small wins. Every time you do even a tiny workout, you cast a vote for, I am a healthy person. Repeat the behavior, reinforce the identity. It's not about instant results, it's about becoming.
So habits aren't just about getting stuff. They're about becoming someone.
That's the core message. Quite literally, you become your habits.
Okay, powerful stuff. So let's get practical. How do we actually build these better habits? The 4 steps, the habit loop.
Right. This goes back to basic behavioral science. Thorndike's cats in puzzle boxes back in 1898.
Showing that rewarded behaviors get repeated.
Basically, yeah. Habits are the brain's shortcuts. Automatic solutions to recurring problems. They free up mental energy.
Reduce cognitive load so we can focus on other things.
Exactly. Your brain wants to automate routines.
And that idea that habits create freedom, not restrict it.
It seems counterintuitive, but think about it. Someone's struggling with finances because they lack good money habits. They don't have much freedom.
Constantly stressed about bills.
Right. But if you automate good saving and spending habits, you create financial breathing room, mental space, freedom.
Okay, so the 4 steps of the loop again.
1. Cue. The trigger. Your phone buzzes. 2. Craving. The motivation, the desire for a change in state. You want the relief or connection the text might bring.
3. Response. The actual habit, checking your phone.
4. Reward. The satisfaction, reading the message, feeling connected. This tells your brain, hey, that worked, let's do it again, completes the loop.
Cue. Craving, response, reward. And the 4 laws come from this.
Directly, they're the practical application, levers for each step, for good habits. First law, make it obvious, cue. Second law, make it attractive, craving. Third law, make it easy, response. Fourth law, make it satisfying, reward.
And for bad habits, just flip them. Invisible, unattractive, difficult, unsatisfying.
You got it. It's a clear framework for why we succeed or fail and how to improve.
Okay, law 1. Make it obvious. Making the unconscious conscious.
Yeah, because so many habits are automatic, we don't even realize we're doing them, like the retail clerk cutting their credit card. Pure autopilot.
Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life.
And you will call it fate. Carl Jung. So true for habits.
So the habit scorecard helps with this. Just listing habits and marking them plus, minus, or neutral.
Exactly. Simple awareness exercise. No judgment. Just observe what you actually do each day.
Then habit stacking, building on existing habits.
Yeah, the formula. After current habit, I will new habit.
After I brush my teeth, I will floss one tooth.
Perfect. Or, after I pour my coffee, I'll think of one thing I'm grateful for. Leverage existing routines.
And environment design. This seems huge.
It really is. The environment shapes behavior more than we realize. Making water bottles more visible increased sales in that cafeteria study.
Visual cues are super powerful.
Definitely. So be the architect. Put your running shoes by the door. Leave fruit on the counter.
Make the good cues obvious and the bad cues.
Invisible. Hide the cookies. Put the TV remote in a drawer. Keep your phone out of the bedroom. Reduce temptation at the source.
Makes sense. On to law 2. Make it attractive.
Yeah.
But desire, right?
All about desire and anticipation. That dopamine hit isn't just pleasure, it's the anticipation of pleasure that really drives us.
Like those rat experiments.
Yeah.
Dopamine drives the wanting, not just the liking.
Exactly. The anticipation often feels better than actually getting the reward. That's why cravings are so powerful.
So temptation bundling uses this. Pairing wants and needs.
Yep. After habit I need, I will habit I want.
After I finish this work report, I will watch one episode of my favorite show.
Perfect. Or I only listen to my favorite podcast while I'm exercising. Link something you need to do with something you look forward to.
And the influence of our social circles.
Huge. We imitate people around us, 3 groups especially. The close family, friends. Their habits rub off on us. The majority. We want to fit in, conform to the norm. The powerful people we admire, those with status. We copy what successful people do.
So joining a group where your desired behavior is the norm is really effective.
Massively. Immerse yourself in that culture. Make the desired behavior feel normal.
And reframing your mindset. Changing have to get to.
Yeah. Simple language shift, big impact. I get to go for a run. Feels different than I have to go for a run. Focus on the benefit, the opportunity. You can also create motivation rituals. Associate something enjoyable with a hard habit, like a specific song before a workout.
Cool. Law 3, make it easy. Focus on action, not just planning.
Right, like that photography class.
Mm-hmm.
The quantity group, who just took loads of photos, ended up with better pictures than the quality group obsessed with perfection.
Because they got their reps in.
Yeah.
Practice makes progress.
Exactly. Habits form based on frequency, how often you do them, not necessarily how long you spend each time.
And the law of least effort. We're wired to take the easy option.
It's just human nature. So make your good habits the path of least resistance. Make them frictionless.
Reduce friction, like removing the bend in the hose.
Yeah. Choose a gym on your commute. Prep healthy food in advance. Tidy your workspace so starting the next task is easier. Remove obstacles.
Prime the environment helps here too, right? Setting things up beforehand.
Definitely. Lay out your workout clothes the night before. Put the book you want to read on your pillow. Make the next action obvious and easy.
And the 2-minute rule.
So simple, so effective. Start any new habit by making it take less than 2 minutes.
Read 1 page, put on running shoes, meditate for 60 seconds.
The goal is just to start. Master the art of showing up. Standardize before you optimize. 2 minutes is infinitely better than 0 minutes. It still casts that vote for your identity.
Love that. What about commitment devices? Locking yourself in.
Haha, like Victor Hugo.
Yeah.
Yeah, making a choice now that locks you into a good behavior later. Pre-committing to a workout class, setting up automatic savings, using website blockers.
And automation. One-time actions that pay off repeatedly.
Buying that water filter, getting blackout curtains for better sleep, unsubscribing from tempting emails. Technology can automate good habits. Just got to be careful it doesn't automate the bad ones too easily, like endless scrolling.
Good point. Okay, quick reminder for everyone listening or watching, if you're finding these ideas useful, definitely subscribe to the Book Blinker YouTube channel for more summaries like this.
Yeah, hit that button.
Okay.
Okay, 4th law. Make it satisfying. The cardinal rule.
The soap in Pakistan story. Making hand washing satisfying with nice soap drastically reduced disease.
Because what is rewarded is repeated. What is punished is avoided. Simple as that.
But the problem is the mismatch, right? Immediate versus delayed rewards.
Exactly. Our brains evolved for immediate gratification. Bad habits, junk food, procrastination, give immediate pleasure, delayed pain. Good habits, exercise, saving money, often involve immediate effort or discomfort for a delayed reward.
Cost of good habits is now. Cost of bad habits is later.
That's the challenge. So we need to find ways to bring the reward into the present for good habits.
Add immediate satisfaction. Use reinforcement.
Give yourself a small, immediate reward right after doing the good habit, something that feels good and aligns with your goals. Maybe tracking your progress visually.
And make avoidance visible for bad habits.
Yeah, reward yourself for not doing the bad thing. Move money to a fun fund every time you skip takeout. Make the benefit of avoiding the bad habit tangible now.
Habit tracking works well here too. Ticks on a calendar.
Hugely well. It makes it obvious, visual cue, attractive, seeing progress, and satisfying, checking it off feels good. Seinfeld's don't break the chain.
And the crucial rule, never miss twice.
So important. Missing one day is okay, life happens, but get back on track the very next day. Missing twice is the start of a new, unwanted habit. Even a bad workout, a short one, is better than nothing because it keeps the streak alive and reinforces your identity.
What about external pressure? Accountability partners or habit contracts?
They work by making inaction immediately unsatisfying. Knowing someone else is checking up on you or having real stakes, like money or reputation, on the line, adds an immediate social cost to skipping the habit. Leverages our desire not to let others down.
Okay, so those are the 4 laws. What about finding the right habits for you? Playing the right game?
Yeah, acknowledging that genes and personality play a role. Habits are easier if they align with your natural inclinations.
You don't have to be amazing at everything. Find areas where you have a natural advantage.
Exactly. Play games where the odds are stacked in your favor. That leads to competence, praise, more motivation, a positive feedback loop.
And staying motivated. The Goldilocks rule.
Right. We're most motivated when tasks are right on the edge of our abilities. Not too easy, boring, not too hard, discouraging, just right.
Challenging enough to be interesting, but achievable enough to make progress. Like Steve Martin adding just a bit of new material to his proven comedy routine.
Keeps you engaged, keeps you growing without getting overwhelmed or bored.
But habits aren't everything, right? There's a downside.
There can be. Habits automate things, which is great for efficiency, but can lead to complacency. Mindless repetition.
You stop paying attention, stop improving.
Exactly. That's why reflection and review are critical. Habits plus deliberate practice, mastery. You need to regularly step back, assess how things are going, and make adjustments. Like Pat Riley's career best effort tracking for the Lakers. Constant refinement.
Keep editing your beliefs, upgrading your identity.
Always be learning, always be tweaking the system.
So, wrapping this all up, the big message from Atomic Habits isn't about massive heroic efforts.
No, it's about the incredible power of those tiny, consistent 1% improvements accumulating over time.
If you're stuck, it's likely your system, not you. And these 4 laws give you the tools to change that system.
Make it obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. It's a practical roadmap.
And it's not a one-time fix, is it? It's ongoing.
Continuous refinement. There's no finish line. But it's amazing what you can build if you just keep going, keep applying these principles.
The progress you can make if you don't stop. Learning, working, training, it all starts small, atomic.
Truly remarkable potential in those tiny actions.
And to keep fueling that potential with more great ideas, make sure you subscribe to the Book Blinker YouTube channel. Keep learning, keep growing.